it was first introduced to me by the early years lead, who had obviously found out about it and then approached me to ask me if I'd be interested. Our school, to be fair, is very forward thinking on new ideas, taking part in research, taking part in new stuff. We're like a talk for writing training school. We're always open, I think, to research and taking on new ideas. With our children here, our children are coming well below expectation for their language. Most children are EAL, so they're learning language, English as a second language as well. It's funny because somebody said to me, because obviously I've been teaching quite a long time, and somebody said to me in school, oh, do you think there's anything you don't know about teaching children language, things you've been teaching for such a long time? And my answer was, well, I don't know. I'll wait and find out and let you know. And there is, when there was. I just thought they were always well organised with the training, like how they take a different part each. They always explained everything. Everything was clear, easy, and easy to understand. They were both really approachable and always felt very comfortable, and they was always really encouraging. I mean, they're lovely, lovely ladies that, and I really enjoyed the, the after school sessions. It's a bit scary at first, but actually it's only you, isn't it? And it is quite useful. It is quite interesting to see yourself trying to use, the different strategies and sort of getting better as the year went on, to be honest. What I liked is that they were always very positive. So you knew going into, after the initial being quite nervous about the first one, that there's nothing negative said about what you've done. It's always done in a very positive manner, and it's actually making you think about what you were trying to do, or what went well or what didn't go well. What really has impacted me most is the owling and the commenting, so that when you join children in their play, rather than firing questions at them, which is what everyone just does, you join them and you start commenting on what you're doing, and that owling, that observing and giving them time to answer. A lot of teachers, you'll just see them just talk. And I think in a way that's made the most impact on me. I'm quite happy now to go into play and I'll just start playing, but I'll start just talking about what I'm doing. I was doing it this morning with some children. And of course, then you just get much more of a response for them, because you're not putting them under any pressure to talk. You're just commenting. Then you're waiting and giving them enough time, to talk back to you or just interact with you in some way. I have got children who are very, very, very quiet, very reluctant. And I suppose the bit about even eye contact or looking at you or anything that's not actually speaking to you is still an interaction, and then trying to get several interactions. When we did the talk for writing training, we were learning about that the children's vocabulary at age 3 impacts on them in later life. But then with Hannon, we also learned that bit about the amount of interactions that children, the amount of back and forth interactions is also a thing that impacts them later on life, if they can do that back and forth. Of course, most of this year was spent, doing the course and picking things up as I went. Now I've done it all. I can start right from the beginning of the year when the children first come in, and know that when there's times when I'm on supporting children in their play, that's what I can use much more. So I think it has an impact, but I'm hoping it'll have even more of an impact next year. I've done some like cascading to the rest of the team, but I've got the same TA next year. So what I've done with her is try and drip feed a bit more rather than giving her all of the strategies at once. It's almost easier if I say to her, just come watch me for a minute, and I'll explain this particular thing I'm doing. You know, I might be doing some owling, or I might be just the way I've joined in the play or whatever. I think if you've got the school support and you're enthusiastic to learn new stuff, then I would go for it. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I did really enjoy it.